Have you ever made a purchase and then regretted it later? We've all been there. You think you need something and so you spend money on it, only to find out later that it wasn't worth it. I used to be a big spender. I would buy whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted it. But then I realized that if I kept spending like that, I would never be able to save up enough money to achieve my long-term goals. Well, I'm here to tell you that there are certain things that I will never spend money on again. And I'm hoping that by sharing my list, you'll be able to save some money too. But first, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, let's get started. Number 1. New clothes fresh out of the store. I used to love buying new clothes. I would go to the mall or browse online and buy whatever caught my eye. But then I realized that most of the time, I would only wear those clothes a few times before they went out of style. And so now, I only buy clothes when I need them, like when my old clothes are too worn out or don't fit me anymore. Instead of spending money on new clothes, I now invest in quality pieces that will last me for years. I also only buy clothes when they're on sale, so I know I'm getting a good deal. And if I can't find what I'm looking for on sale, I'll wait until it goes on sale before I buy it. I know it can be tempting to buy that cute top or those new shoes that you've been wanting. But trust me, you'll save a lot of money in the long run if you resist the urge to splurge on clothes that you don't really need. Number 2. Bottled water for days. I used to be one of those people who would buy a case of bottled water and then drink it throughout the week. But then I realized that not only is bottled water bad for the environment, but it's also really expensive. Now I only drink tap water. If you don't like the taste of your tap water, you can get a water filter to make it taste better. Or you can buy a reusable water bottle and fill it up with tap water. Either way, you'll save a lot of money by not buying bottled water. And if you're worried about the safety of tap water, don't be. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency regulates the quality of tap water, so you can be sure that it's safe to drink. So the next time you're at the store, resist the urge to buy bottled water and save yourself some money. Number 3. A coffee every morning. I used to be one of those people who would buy a coffee every morning on my way to work. But then I realized that not only was I spending a lot of money on coffee, but I was also wasting a lot of time. Now, I make my own coffee at home and take it with me in a reusable mug. It takes a little bit of extra effort, but it's worth it because I save so much money. Although I still treat myself to the occasional Starbucks coffee, I make sure to only do it on special occasions. If you're someone who buys coffee every day, try making your own at home and taking it with you. You might be surprised at how much money you can save. Number 4. Snacks from the vending machine. If you're like me, then you've probably fallen victim to the vending machine snack trap. You know what I'm talking about. You're at work or school, and you get a craving for something salty or sweet. So you go to the vending machine and spend a few dollars on a bag of chips or a candy bar. But then you realize that you could have bought a whole bag of chips or a box of candy for the same price. And so you end up feeling guilty and regretful. To save money, I now bring my own snacks with me to work or school. That way, I know I'm getting a good deal, and I'm not wasting money on something that I could have easily gotten for cheaper. So if you find yourself snacking from the vending machine often, try bringing your own snacks with you. It'll save you money in the long run. Number 5. Cable TV subscription. One of the things I used to spend a lot of money on was cable TV. But then I realized that I wasn't really watching that much TV and that there were other ways to get my entertainment. So now, I only watch shows and movies that I can stream online. There are plenty of websites and apps that offer free or cheap streaming services, so you don't need to pay for cable TV. If you're someone who likes to watch TV, try streaming it instead of paying for cable. You'll save yourself a lot of money in the long run. Or you can try canceling your cable TV subscription altogether and see how you like it. You might be surprised at how much money you can save by not having cable TV. Number 6. Purchasing the latest gadgets. Have you ever bought the latest gadget only to find out later that it's not really that great? I know I have, and it's such a waste of money. Although it can be tempting to buy the latest and greatest gadget, sometimes it's better to wait. Chances are the gadget will go on sale eventually, or a newer and better version of the gadget will come out. So unless you really need the gadget right away, it's best to wait until it goes on sale or a new version is released. Most of the time, it's not worth spending a lot of money on the latest and greatest gadget. So unless you really need it, try to resist the temptation and wait until it goes on sale. Number 7. Buying name brand products. I used to be really picky about the brands I would buy. I would only buy name brand clothes, shoes, and bags. But then I realized that I was spending a lot of money on things that didn't really matter. Now, I'm not saying that you should never buy name brand products, but you shouldn't feel like you have to either. There are plenty of great quality products out there that aren't name brand, and they're usually a lot cheaper too. In addition, name brand products aren't always of better quality. Sometimes you're just paying for the name. So do your research and don't be afraid to try something new. Number 8. Getting new cars. I used to think that I needed a new car every few years, but the truth is, cars are a waste of money. Unless you're a car enthusiast, there's no need to have the latest and greatest model. Cars depreciate in value as soon as you drive them off the lot. So unless you're planning on selling your car, it's not worth it to spend the extra money on a new one. Used cars can be just as reliable and sometimes even more so. Plus, they're a lot cheaper to insure and maintain. You can find a perfectly good used car for a fraction of the price of a new one. And if you really want a new car, you can always lease one. That way, you don't have to worry about depreciation or maintenance costs. Number 9. Extravagant vacations. Don't get me wrong. I love a good vacation, but there's no need to spend a fortune on it. You can have just as much fun on a budget-friendly vacation. There are plenty of ways to save money on travel. You can find great deals on airfare and accommodations if you plan ahead. And there are plenty of free or low-cost activities to enjoy at your destination. One of the best ways to save money on travel is to take advantage of rewards programs. You can earn points or miles that can be used for free or discounted travel, or you can travel during the off-season when prices are typically lower. The bottom line is that you don't need to spend a lot of money to have a great vacation. There are plenty of ways to save money and still have a great time. So there you have it. These are 9 things I will never spend money on again. By making a few simple changes, you can free up some extra cash to save or spend on things that are more important to you. What about you? Is there anything you would never spend money on again? Let me know in the comments below.